Hey everyone, how you doing? It's us together for this video. We thank God we just had our 10-year anniversary last month, and we wanted to make a video together sharing just some things about marriage that we've learned in these 10 years. When we first got married, we were both very different people. We both were not really who we are today. Like I was very, very spiritual, and everything had meaning and everything had this like high spiritual purpose, down to like the color of my car had to be silver because it's the color of chesed, like all these Kabbalistic things. Everything had to be so high spiritual level. Shlomo is just the opposite of what I just described, how I was. He's like very, very grounded and very, very intense. We're both very, very different people, and we had to kind of work together and come together and kind of balance each other out.
So, hello everyone. So, my wife, as she was saying, we are really different, opposite personalities, but that's what marriage is all about: is two people with different personalities. No matter how alike a couple is before they get married, there will always be things that are different, and it's that differences that you put aside, or the differences that you recognize and live together and in harmony. And that's what marriage is all about, because you can never find somebody who is exactly like you. If you did, then you would be marrying yourself, and I don't think that'll be very much fun.
Also, like over these 10 years, because we're so opposite and just have very different personalities and see things very differently, different situations, and have very different perspectives on just about everything. What happened was I became much more grounded and much more down to earth, and Shlomo became much more like chilled. Just being married to each other and working together and working with each other, like we kind of like evened each other out. Not to say that we're perfect and that we're perfectly even and perfectly balanced. We're each our own person, and we each have our own like way of relating with the world and our own perspectives. But we were able to kind of, what's the word?
Stabilize
Our extremes.
One of the tips that we would like to share with you, all the couples who are watching, or for any potential couples, is to have its tea time set aside every day, about 15 minutes or so, that is exclusively to give attention to your spouse, and to talk to them about their day and things like that. This is on top of anything and everything else that Jewish law, halacha, the Shulchan Aruch, expects of you to do as a spouse. So the whole concept of the tea time is actually from the Lubavitcher Rebbe. The Rebbe, one of the Rebbe's doctors, talked about this concept, about how the Rebbe used to have tea time with the Rebbezin, his wife. Tea time should be very much like putting on tefillin for a man. I can't talk for the ladies, but as the husband goes, it is very important that you give a lot of respect and a lot of attention to your wife. And just like you don't miss tefillin every day, except for Shabbat, should not miss tea time, or a day should not go by without giving her the attention that she deserves. On Shabbat it should be even more, because it's actually a much holier day. So it's one of the tips that, as my wife was saying, is tea time.
I don't know, really haven't had tea together in a really long time, but sometimes I'll say, like, before our time that we sit down together, I'll be like, this is our tea time. Like, I'll kind of like, introduce it like that. Like, I'll make a statement.
Proxy tea time, default tea time. We need to realize that it's okay to live life with shortcomings. We can't have a perfect life. We try our best, but can't just put everything on hold because you don't have a perfect life or a perfect marriage. Things happen, and it's all about talking through things, communicating. I try to understand the other person's perspective, and trying to put yourself in their shoes, and they're trying to think how they would be thinking. Try to think how why they think that way, because of their environment that they had in the past, and that's the reason why they think like that. So all these things come into play. It's a task that is not easy, but it is what makes a Jewish marriage special, because you're working hard to keep God happy, because when your wife is happy, then God is happy.
So thanks so much for watching this short video about, about marriage. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.